Hello everyone, welcome to InspireUI. Today we will share the basic Flutter installing on my OS. As you can see, I have the fresh Mac OS here, and now let's go to install the Flutter. Now we can go to the Flutter app and follow the guide. First, I select the Mac OS and download the Mac OS SDK. Wow, this 1 GB. Just wait for a little bit. So basically, we will two methods to install the Flutter SDK. I select the first one to download the SDK from this package. The another method you can extract. Another method you can clone the gist from this URL and save to your local. Okay, here we go. Now, let me create some folder. Yep. So let's start this. Yeah. You can just Flutter. And just copy here. You can copy to any folder that you would like to start the Flutter SDK. Yeah, it is same Flutter, maybe train, I don't know. Yes, move to the outside. And the next step, yeah, we need to set the path. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using the Mac latest version, Catalina. So yeah, this is here for Mac Catalina. Yeah, copy the path. Let me check the UI here. User and the Flutter bin. Yeah, that's correct one. Say the command and assist. Yeah, try Flutter. No. Yeah, we need to open the new terminal. Yeah, we have just installed it successfully. As you can see, welcome to Flutter. So after you edit the file, remember to create a new tab so that you can activate the Flutter terminal here. Okay. The second step is I will try to type the Flutter doctor to see if any checklist we need to finish. Yeah, as you can see the Android SDK. Yeah, we start to install the Android toolchain. Yeah, maybe we need to install the Android Studio first. This may be easy step. Still an issue with Android Studio, but let's see if we can use the latest version. Okay, let's open Android Studio. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So now go to the plugin and we try to search the Flutter plugin. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's also required to install the plugin tab. Yes. Okay. And you can install more plugins like the Bluster Nip Space, the Bluster Inc that support to create the multi-language. And another plugin that I suggest is the let's see. Yep, this one. I suggest to install the Bluster Pub version check. It's used to have to check the version from the book spec library. I will explain this later when we install the new text. Alright, yeah, just restart the idea. Yeah. And now we can try to check the Bluster Doctor again. So you need to go to the Android SDK manager and set up the SDK. Android SDK. On Android SDK. Yeah, Android SDK tool. Yeah, we should check unhide this option and select this option again. Try to apply. Okay. Yeah, finish. Yeah, we have fixed the first one, and now we need to accept the license. Just try this terminal. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. All right. Now run doctor again. Yeah, and maybe we will try to install the visual code so that we also can use visual code as well. Visual code. Ta-da. Get a version of visual code email later. No, try to application and play. This is code. Yep. Yeah, and again we also show the Bluster attention. install. Yeah, it's done. Quite quickly. Try to run Flutter Doctor again. Yes, we on check. Okay. Now let's try to run the example Flutter project. You can see we can start a new Flutter project here. Flutter application. Next. Yeah, and we say to this folder. The Flutter. Now back. And the Android Studio. Now just try Flutter example. Next. Finish. Yeah, this is the bucket name. Yeah, just a little bit. And you can see this is the basic example from Flutter. Yeah. And we can try to open the iOS simulator. Yeah. In order to trigger the iOS simulator, make sure you install the Xcode first. Okay. In the meantime, we can install the Android simulator. Yeah, we'll select the default one, the Pixel 2. Next, I will select the Android. Yeah, about 1 GB. Yeah, just back to Android Studio. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, when you install the image system, yes, we can select next. Okay, done. Okay. Yeah, the Android simulator will be ready. Now back to the iOS simulator. Now we select the iPhone Pro. Because I plus my iPhone here, you can see my main iPhone name. No, I don't want to run on the real device. I select the simulator. Yeah, run. Okay, waiting, we can check this option. We try to set that there. And now you can see some option Flutter here. The add this key path from Flutter is setting automatically. It's from my user and the Flutter. Yeah, and the stable version is 1.12. Okay, yep. You can see the example demo Flutter here. Now we try to run the Android simulator. and we can maybe I need to start from my question is why don't it display the Android simulator select here? Let me check. Let's do that. No, not this one. Let me try to restart the simulator. Maybe cat. So we can try to select false. Validate test and restart. Okay. Let's go. Let me turn up here. We try to bring the simulator. Yep, you can see it can detect the Android simulator here. Then we select the Android simulator. Maybe we need to load this one first. Select the open Android simulator. It's the same. And try to run. No, still not connect. See, it's not off. So let's try to run the Bluster Doctor. Another way to run the Bluster Doctor is select from the Android Studio, Bluster. No, yeah, getting star, Bluster upgrades, Bluster Doctor, open stage. Alright, we can check to see if there is any problem. Yeah, it seems one thing is good. But the problem is the connect device can not recognize. Hello. Yeah, because I did not turn on the option so that it cannot connect to through the ADB server. Now it's already connect and you can see it's select here. Just try to run. Slow this one. Yeah, we already finished 1, 2, 3, 4 part. Now the next step I will open Visual Code and also running it's similar on Android Studio, so you will have the will know how to run on Visual Code as well. Yeah, I think maybe we still have some problem with the ADB. Yeah, maybe I figure out the problem. First, let me check the Android ADB, and we try to edit the script again. Yeah, we try to edit this one and add new part here. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's not easy to using the Vim. My suggestion is you can open the user call. Let's check this one. Yeah, right. So we can try to type. Instead of using Vim, we can edit the file from code. Yeah, and it's maybe easy for us to copy and paste. All right. Okay, now we check again the ADB. Yeah, ADB already work. Now maybe we restart again. Try again. ADB as well. ADB. Yeah. Tyrants again. Try to run the correctly. Yeah. Now we try to restart. Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, here we go. So this the solution is you may already have got it. Uh, we can go to Android and run this terminal, and this will fix the problem. All right. So now we can try have a look to the visual code. Visual code. and open double check disable. Double click here. That's the disable. I need to show the password. This and yeah, let's go up. Enjoy. You can slow and open Android Studio. Track Google check inside. SMS low double check. And let me see. Okay. Just plus is like add. So you can press the command Shift E. If we show some terminals shortcuts, so you can type letter, bounce emulator, and select the device. If we start to run the boss simulator at the same time, now they just try to run as one. First, then we can select attack letter on device here. One, we can try to run the cluster run. Yeah. Yes, and we can see the device simulator Android already connect to the Visual Code here. And this is the hot reload. Try to change the value. Let's InspireUI. Yeah, you can see. Alright. Launch device later. Yes. And we also say run the cluster run. Yeah, alright. Congratulations. Okay. Final step. I will start to run the Flutter app. Load on the screen here. Open Android Studio. I will already download the Flutter here. Now try with the Flutter. Save. Search. Android. Okay. Let's see if we can track here. Android Studio. And try to run At the first time, you can see the dark edge key is missing. So that you can try to open dark setting and select cluster to reselect the cluster edit key here. So can the project can recognize the cluster edit key on your machine. Alright. And still you can see the list device here. That is the setful config the cluster edit key projects. You can see here. Alright, just open the iOS simulator. No sticker simulator. Sometimes we need to slow the simulator and reopen it again. Yeah, try to run it. Okay, maybe the issue with the dark analysis at the first time. So don't worry. The reason we did not install the pub-spec library. Click to the pub-spec library and run pub-get. Let's begin again. Just why they're running. So again, our solution is first I need to select the tool cluster and run cluster clean. Then open the pub-spec and update the pub-based library. That's all. And try to select the simulator and just run the project. This may be take time the first time because you need to install the boss library. We can open the folder here to explore a little bit about the boss. At the first time, maybe the boss is not don't have the folder boss and the boss file log here. We start to running the project and it will install the boss folder. Just wait a little bit because some library maybe take a lot of time to install the folder. Wow, it could be slow at the first time. On the next release, I will include the boss and the boss log here so that you can easy to install without waiting more time. Yeah, it's all finished the pod installing, and you can see right after installing the pod finish, you can see the app already run on the device. Yeah. Okay, congratulations. Now we can start with the Android simulator. Run Android. Yeah. So at the first time, maybe we need to stop the process and also run the Gradle clean again. Delete Android and crash. Okay, so at the first time, maybe we need to stop the process and also run the Gradle clean again. Delete Android and crash. Okay, so at the first time, maybe we need to stop the process and also run the Gradle clean again. Delete Android and crash. Okay, so at the first time, maybe we need to stop the process and also run the Gradle clean again. Delete Android and crash. now start to run again.